Hello. I'm setting some stuff up here real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to do something new. Trying to set something up. Sorry, bear with me. I'm here. I'm trying to get the chat for YouTube. There we go. Yeah?
Got a minute?
I guess.
What'd you buy on Timo today?
Please. Can I mute first? Sorry about that. He wanted to know what I bought off Temu, which is fair. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get a chat doc for YouTube, but I don't know how to do that. Hello. I'm messing with stuff. I'm messing with stuff and I shouldn't. But okay. I think I got it. I'm double streaming right now. I'm streaming also to YouTube. So I'm trying to get YouTube chat in my OBS like I have Twitch chat. So, but let's get going to this. I'll have to see if there's a plugin to show dual chat, but that's a future me problem. I would have to reset OBS to get it to work, so we're not going to do that right now. Anyway, hi. I'm here. My partner wanted to know what I bought on Temu and on other places. Because I made a Temu purchase today, which I haven't done in a while, but I'm out of certain beads that I like. And I'm trying to make bracelets in preparation for a concert I'm going to and wrestling shows and stuff. So I'm out of... Actually, I have some beads. I have those beads, but these black ones, these black hearts that are metal, I'm out of these. I have like 3 left, so I want to get some more of these. And I got some other beads, but I got to round 12 today. As you can see, I'm on round 12. We just got to the next ball of yarn. So he used 3 balls of yarn. So yeah, he was trying to figure out like what I bought, and I was like, okay, so I bought yarn for the sweater. And what else did I do? I bought a t-shirt, and then I've spent the things he was wondering was the money I sent to a friend, which is for the Super DDT book, the beads, and then a t-shirt and yarn. So we're on round 12. So I have decided how I'm going to do the hem and the collar. I am going to do them. I'm going to make them look like ribbing, but I'm going to do them a little differently than the pattern. The reason I'm doing it differently than the pattern is you can see I'm working in a circle here. When I would do if I'm going to do the hem, I would turn and work short rows back and forth. So the striping is going to be opposite direction of, like the striping in the yarn would make it really awkward looking. So I'm actually changing the collar and the cuffs and stuff to something a little different. So that was a decision I made yesterday. I can do it. It'll be fine. So when I get to that point, I'll try it on. So I will also try this on at a few points today to get an idea of where I want it to be. But so I'm doing good here. I'm trying. So I set the goal for 20, that's 8 rows. So my idea is that if I get past 20, that'll be good, but 2 rows per hour. If I go for 4 hours, I'm gonna try and go for longer because I started earlier, but I have to figure out. I'm also going to figure out how to stream to Facebook. I've done that in the past, but I finally just gave up and looked up how to do it. I've done it before through Restream, but Restream's getting expensive, so I wanted a free way to do it, and I figured it out. Also, packages went out in the mail today. I cheated a little, but packages are out in the mail. So they did go out this morning. I paid for package pickup. I just didn't want to go to the post office. So I ordered food and DoorDash was like, hey, for $3 extra we can pick up your package, and packages up to like 5 packages and take it to the post office. So that's what I did. So everything's in. It'll, depending on things. But everything's out in the mail. Yeah, through DoorDash. You can double dash it, or you can just order package pickup, and it's like, you obviously want to tip the dasher, but it ended up costing me like $5. To save me from having to go down to the post office and navigate the traffic. So it's not the first time I've done it. So I still have another package that needs to go out, but I'm waiting on my mom for that one. And I grabbed a drink, even though I only have 2 cans of soda left. I have 2 cans of soda left, but I have some on the way. So, and if worse comes to worse, I can always go downstairs to the machine and get a soda. We have a vending machine in our basement of our building, which is also our garage. So we have a vending machine, so I can always, if I need to, go get something to drink from that, or go across the street and get a few. Yeah, well, we pay a lot for our rent. We also have grocery carts in our basement. Usually, they're supposed to be there. We have like 8 grocery carts for the building, so that you can haul your stuff from your car up to your apartment without having to make multiple trips. The only problem with the grocery carts is like, they're usually not there. Because people don't put them back. So like, you're walking all over the apartment building looking for a grocery cart. I have a little collapsible cart that folds up, that I use when I need to go get packages, or if I'm gonna go get groceries or something. That's what I need to do, is order some groceries. I might do that tonight. So we're doing Chipotle for dinner. We did, oh my god. So I'm supposed to be going to Japan next summer for a study abroad trip. And it's supposed to be 2 weeks in Japan. And I'm trying to do a few things before I go, besides getting my passport in order, which I really need to do sooner than later. I have a passport card, so I can cross into Canada and Mexico and get on cruise ships with it, but I can't fly into another country, so I need to get like a proper passport, which is fine. I will do that. So the reason I have a passport card and not a regular passport is because it's like $100 cheaper to get it. I got it. It expires next year anyways, so I do need to get a new one. But I got it because I was driving up to Winnipeg right? So I was just driving up to Winnipeg, and I live in Minnesota, so I was just crossing the border by car. I was taking myself up there, so I didn't need an actual passport for what I was using it for. But now I'm going to be traveling to like Japan, so I need like a proper passport. But anyway, some of the stuff I'm trying to do is learn a little bit of Japanese. That part I need to get started on, because for the trip, it's going to take place, it's like situated in August, right at the beginning of August, which is like the middle of the G1. So I want to go to a couple shows, right? We have evenings and weekends free to ourselves to do whatever. So like, I want to know enough Japanese to get around and survive. And maybe be able to have like small conversations. I don't want to be fluent. I just need to know. I don't want to be that foreigner who assumes everybody speaks English, right? I want to be able to get around safely by myself. Pretty straightforward. The other thing I want to do is be able to use chopsticks, so I'm, again, not that foreigner who needs a fork. So we ordered from the Japanese steakhouse last night for dinner for date night. And it's a really good place. And I went ham on the food because I was not sober. But I didn't order as much as I usually do, because, yeah. But anyways, one of the things I'm trying to do is get better about using chopsticks. And part of the problem is I have something called de Quervain's tendonitis, which is through my hand here, through my thumb, which we're learning is making using chopsticks a little difficult. But I ate most of my meal last night with chopsticks. I was very proud of myself. I had my partner show me what to do. I can use chopsticks poorly, is the gist, so I'm trying to get better at it. But I ate steak, veggies, rice, sushi, and salad, all with chopsticks. Until I got towards the end and my hand was really starting to hurt, and I wanted to mix in the rice with the veggies and the sauce from the steak. And then I started using a fork. But I got most of my dinner with chopsticks. There's the knot from the yarn changing color. It's on the inside. Yeah, that's the problem I have, is my hand dexterity is kind of shot to crap. Like, it's so bad because of my hand issue. So my partner was like trying to help me through it last night. The biggest challenge is eating rice with it. Like, I know it's possible. People do it all the time. I see my partner doing it. But I was able to get through my sushi just fine. The only problem is I struggle to get the wasabi on my sushi with the chopsticks. I also tried the pickled ginger for the first time with my sushi. And I don't like it. I tried a little bit, and yeah. I like wasabi, though. The problem with Prime Day, this is me complaining about Prime Day, is things that I need quickly like soda is gonna take forever because they're backed up. So I do need to order more energy drinks too. I don't want to go through my energy drinks too hard, but yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't want to order anything. Last Prime Day, I'll tell you what I order on Prime Day, and I might do that again today because today's the last day of it. But if you take a lot of vitamins and supplements for your health, not like to lose weight or anything, but if you have to take stuff because your doctor told you to take it, stock up on it during Prime Day. Legitimately just stock up on it during Prime Day. So if you need like multivitamins or vitamin D or anything like that, the best time to do it is during Prime Day. That's my pro tip. Buy your vitamins, buy your supplements. If you take melatonin, buy, you know, any of those things, just stock up during Prime Day. Cleaning supplies as well as the other things. So if you need like sponges and stuff, shit like that is worth doing on Prime Day. Not crap you don't need, but like for me, I take quite a bit of vitamins for various reasons. There's only one supplement I take that my doctor didn't tell me to take, and it's the biotin. Everything else I take is because my doctors have told me to take it. Now, I'm going to give you guys a real good pro tip. If you're like me and you take a lot of meds in a day and you don't want gummy vitamins, because, okay, this is why I don't want gummy vitamins, is because I pop my, you guys have seen me take my meds, I just dump them into my hand and down my mouth. Gummy stuff, it needs to be chewed. I'm not going to take my time to separate it out. So finding non-gummy vitamins is difficult. But if you go on Amazon or if you go to Costco, get the Kirkland adult multivitamin. You get 500 of them in a pack, in a bottle, so it's going to last you almost 2 years. They're big, but they're pills. That's my pro tip for the vitamins. You can get them on Amazon too. But don't, if you can afford to get your vitamins at Costco, they're the cheapest, but you run into the problem of everything is gummy these days, which I'm not anti-gummy vitamins or biotin or any of that stuff. If that's what you need to do to take your vitamins, then do it. And also, if you should be on vitamins anyway. You should be taking a multivitamin every day anyways. It's just good for you. But because I spend a lot of time inside, and I live up north, I have to take vitamin D. So I take vitamin D every day. It's in my 4 o'clock meds, 4:30 meds, so when I remember to take those. But I take vitamin D. I take zinc. I take zinc because it's supposed to help if you are on Botox. It helps make Botox last longer. So I take zinc for that. I take vitamin B12, take CoQ10. That's the one that you should stock up on if you take it. Get that shit on Prime Day. CoQ10 is expensive. But I take it because it helps with brain stuff, quite frankly. And it helps with like reducing migraines and brain fog. It's also good for your heart. Vitamin B12 is good for energy and brain health. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because if it's got B12 in it, it will definitely help. You could just take B12 as well, and it'll help with your energy levels. It also helps with like brain health. But yeah, if it's got vitamin B in it, it definitely is helping. What else do I take? Biotin. Biotin is not something that people need to take. I take it because it helps my hair. Makes my hair nice and strong. And my nails, too. And it helps with skin. But, like I said, that's the only one I take that my doctors don't tell me to take. Oh, and melatonin. I don't take melatonin for sleep. It helps. But I take it because it helps calm down some of the stuff in my brain that makes my migraines worse. So my neurologist hasn't had me on it. My old neurologist, but my current one's like, hey, it's not hurting, so let's keep taking it. But yeah, multivitamins will definitely help. But definitely take vitamin D as well, because that can help with fatigue issues. If you're vitamin D deficient, which if you live up north and you don't go outside, take vitamin D. You need to take vitamin D. Get it tested too by your doctor if you can. But yeah, if you live in the north part of, or if you live in Canada or the northern part of the United States, really consider it. I used to be vitamin D deficient, and then I started taking it every day. I was like, all right. And it made a difference with my fatigue. It made a difference with all sorts of stuff. And it'll help your mood. So if you're more depressed, taking vitamin D will definitely help you. So, but yeah, vitamin B, vitamin D, those ones help with energy. I'm not a doctor, but those are things like, if you just do any research, they're good to take. But yeah, if you're not going outside, or you live someplace where the sun isn't as bright, it's not the worst idea to take it. And again, you can get it pretty cheap during Prime Day. Vitamin D is actually pretty cheap in general. So is melatonin. I run through the melatonin pretty quickly. But I take certain allergy meds in the morning that can get expensive. So if they're on sale, it's worth stocking up type of deal. It's one of those, I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it anyways. Let's get it while it's cheap, is my philosophy. I just bought a bunch of vitamins. I spent $45 on multivitamins from the Costco brand on Amazon, because we don't have a Costco membership right now. And I didn't realize I got 2 giant bottles of it. So I have 600 pills or 1,000 multivitamin pills, and they're in giant bottles. So I'm good. I'm set for a few years. So. But yeah, all of this stuff helps. You don't need to take zinc. I take it because it helps with my Botox. You don't need to take vitamin B12, but it helps me with brain and brain fog and all of that stuff. Helps me stay awake. Like I said, the biotin is the only thing we don't have to take. But I don't mind taking it. The CoQ10 is really expensive though. That one's expensive. My partner thinks my vitamin D is my is fish oil, because he thinks I take fish oil, but I don't. But yeah, you can take different. Oh my god, why is my bra digging in like this? What's going on? I want to know when my t-shirt is going to ship, because I ordered it last Thursday. Part of the G1 release of t-shirts. I'm so mad that the show t-shirt from Best of Super Juniors, the one he was wearing, is not available for sale in the US. I'm really annoyed at that. But the Ren shirt is. Which I saw a time lapse of that baffling t-shirt design, and it looked fine until the hood was added. Like, it looked cool until the hood and the push-up bar were added. It was so, like, I saw who did the art, and I was like, oh god, it's, like, it was this cool, like, skull insect thing. I was like, that is cool, and then the hood and the push-up bar were added. And I was just like, oh my god. Why? We think a little bit of color could also help the design because it's just black and white and gray. It's all monochromatic. But we've long accepted that we're not going to get color. Like, he's had one other good merch shirt, and it was only available in Japan.
Yeah. It's a violent life. You can live to 100, you could die tonight. That's why we getting high tonight. Yeah. That's why I let my man drive tonight. Yeah.
And the bug thing makes sense. The bug thing makes total sense. Like, if he was gonna do it, commit to the bit. But no, it's just baffling. So bought it.
That's why we getting high tonight. Yeah. That's why we getting high tonight. That's why we getting high.
Well, my partner wasn't mad about it. He was just like, what? So, I have Super DDT on the way. My friend, I didn't pick a cover, so my friend picked a cover, and he picked the group photo that doesn't look like a scantily clad porn book. I don't care if I got that, though. I would have actually loved the Chris Brooks one, but okay. He got me one that looks classy, the cover that looks classy. I will take pictures of the inside of the book one. I get it. But I can't set up a mail forwarding service from Japan until I go to the DMV, because they verify your address through your ID. And unfortunately, my address on my license isn't the right address. And it hasn't been the right address for 3 years. Because I had just gotten my license right before I moved. And I didn't want to get a new one. So I need to go to the DMV. Also need to put my new license plate on my car, but that's a different problem. I have screwdrivers. I have the license plate. I will probably put it on there maybe Friday, because I'm going out on Friday. I also need to get gas. That's the other thing I gotta do. I have to get gas. Because I'm in the red. I don't usually let my car get down to the red. But the other day I was not in the mood to swing by the gas station. Why is my bra digging in? Bra. Anyways, I'm wearing a wrestling shirt today. This is one of my favorite shirts. This is a Zack Sabre Jr. shirt. It's an outline of a person in, I think it's Juice Robinson, in the move Cremation Lily, which is my favorite submission of his. But he doesn't do it very often because the people who have to be put in it have to be very flexible. So he doesn't do Cremation Lily all that often. But it is one of my favorite shirts. So. One of the things I like about... One of the things I like about... New Japan shirts is the art is usually really good, and it doesn't feel cheap or lazy. Like, it feels cohesive. And I have ordered plenty of shirts from the Tokon shop, and they are all very soft, and they don't have tags on them. I hate ordering from PWT. So Pro Wrestling Tees, I hate ordering from them. The quality and the price is just like wild. But yeah, New Japan shirts are really good. Each wrestler has an artist, unless they make their own merch. Like El Phantasmo does his own merch. The site is terrible. Yeah, the site is also terrible. But there's certain LP designs that I can't get anywhere else. But if I can get a shirt from Tokon Shop, I will. Like, LP even admitted his G1 shirt this year isn't great. His G1 shirt is kind of bad and lazy, and he even said so. Yeah, he used the design off the back of his new jacket because he's too depressed to come up with one. But this is worth pointing out, El Phantasmo usually designs his own merch. He sometimes has artists come in and do some stuff for him, but he generally is his own artist. So if you guys didn't know that, LP's an artist. Specifically, he was an animator before he was a full-time wrestler. Like, he used to work animating cartoons. So he does his own merch. He animated VeggieTales. No. He's got an IMDb page. You can go see all of the stuff he's done. He did VeggieTales, Dino Trucks, Need for Speed video games, stuff like that. No. He is actually an animator. Like, by trade. He had a whole career working as an animator before he started wrestling full time. He used to make cartoons and video games. He's actually referenced it last year during his G1 press conference statement. But yeah, he's got a whole IMDb page. That's also why I don't mind using his actual name when I write fanfic about him. Also because I know people backstage just call him Riley. But yes, he used to make cartoons. He used to make cartoons. Most famously, he helped make VeggieTales. But yeah, he had a whole career before wrestling full time. He's talked about it in a few interviews, but he didn't start wrestling full time until he was in his 30s. He used to wrestle on the weekends for fun. He also didn't do a lot of stuff on the U.S. indies because he got stopped at the border and had issues getting in. Not because he worked in the U.S. illegally, but because he just couldn't get in for some reason. So yeah, no, he used to... Yeah, he used to make cartoons. But yeah. He was trying to go down to the U.S. for a trip and got stopped at the border. The gist was, like, they don't have to let him in. He didn't do anything wrong, but they just didn't trust that he was going to go back, even though he's like, I have a contract to start a new job. But that's fine. He's got it now. He's got a visa to work in the U.S. now. So he's good now, but yeah. That's why he went to England. So, because, yeah. He uprooted himself to England because Commonwealth, he can get into England just fine. And did a lot of Rev Pro and stuff over there before signing with New Japan. He almost signed with AEW. He's talked about that. But Cody Rhodes never returned his messages, so he signed with New Japan. and now he lives in Japan. But he did say on Instagram he's been in Canada the last few months, last couple of weeks. But yeah, he's a fascinating one because, you know, people think he's in his 20s. He's 37. He's 37 or 38. He's older than me. He's my age. Like, he had a whole career before he was wrestling full time. But yeah, he's in his late 30s. He's not young. I think he's 37. I think he's 2 years older than me. But yeah. Yeah. It's always fun to bring that fact back. Yeah. I've gotten 3 rows since starting. I should hit 20 just fine. My thought process is I wasn't going to stream today, but my therapist canceled. So I'm here. But also, I've got some stuff to do. I have some stuff to do later. Like, I rushed to get all my work done today because I had therapy and then she canceled. So, it's fine. I also have a slight migraine. But this is the part of the sweater that is boring. But I can just do it kind of mindlessly. Aha ha ha ha! I'm prepared. I didn't take this last night. It's berry flavored. I don't know why I bought berry, but part of me is, I'm gonna try this on at some point and see where we're at. Maybe closer to 20. Because that would be 2/3 of the way through the body, according to the pattern. The arms will be easy once I get them started, like, because it's going to be the same concept of just straight crochet without a lot of counting. Once I get the base row done, I'll do the arms. I don't know if there's any decreases to make the arms tapered, but I probably wouldn't do them. But yeah, the arms are going to be, I just have to set up the yarn. That's going to take the longest time with the arms. But So yeah, I'm gonna... I know that my hem idea will work because I have to have an even amount of stitches for this patterning to work. So the plan is to do alternating front post, back post crochet, which will take some time and I'll have to do a few rows of it, but it'll look better with the gradient. This looks really pretty though. I don't think you can see much of it, but it looks really good so far. So I'll take that. I don't think 13, well, this is the halfway point of the body. If I go to like 30, I'm gonna end on an even number, even row, because that's where my front is. All right, so I'm gonna try this on real quick, and then I'm gonna take probably a break in about 5 minutes, but we're gonna try it on. See, that's the beauty of this. I think I'm gonna go a lot longer than 30 rows. Because right now it's pretty cropped at 15. But it does fit around, like around the chest area. So it looks good. This like black line is kind of interesting, but and it'll be blocked, so it'll be a little bit looser. So it does fit. And like I said, it needs to be blocked, so it will be a little bit looser. But it's not far enough down for my liking, so I will have to go much further than anticipated. How much further? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. It's part of it is because I don't like shorter sweaters, so it's going to be a situation of me just kind of trying it on and seeing how much further I need to go. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a situation of it's just going to be I have to try it on. I have to keep trying it on until I'm happy with it. But that's the beauty of it doing neck down, is I can keep going until it's as long as I need it. And then I'll add 3 inches of ribbing at the bottom. 3.5 inches of ribbing is what it calls for. So that's the biggest thing, is that it's just going to be trying it on and seeing it where it lays and all that. And like I said, when it's blocked, it will stretch out as well. If I block it, like, if I make it big enough, I don't need to block it. But That's again if I make it big enough. But it is very much see how far we can get. So we're gonna get to 20 pretty quickly. Each row is adding, I want to say like 3/4 of an inch. So it still has quite a bit to go. I could honestly just kind of go, okay, I'm going to work through X amount of balls of yarn, and whatever length it's at is whatever length it's at. There's always that option. Because I do want this longer, so. Trying to clean up my office a bit so I can bring my bust. I have a mannequin bust in my car. It's been in my car for weeks. I need to bring it out. She's buckled in. My mannequin bust in my car is buckled in, so it doesn't slide everywhere, but... Let's turn it. It's around 16. I was on 12 when I started today, so 4 rows in an hour is not bad at all. Also, blocking this will give it, if I steam block it because of the nylon in it, it'll give it some really nice drape. So that'll also be very nice. So, check my email. I have to call my bank. So. I might set it up so I can also stream to Facebook. That's the problem, is when you multi-stream, it uses more bandwidth. So I can't do it while my partner is doing something like playing Dota. But usually I'm streaming while he's sleeping, so. We're doing pretty good. Okay, so it has been an hour since I started. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to use the bathroom, stretch my hands, and all of that stuff. I'm going to run an ad as always, so I will be right back. Hello, I'm trying to do something. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Well, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to... I want to go live on Facebook, but I don't remember how. There it is. Remove the tab. Okay, I'm trying to remember how to do this. There we go. I don't remember how to do this, so bear with me. Okay. I want to make sure I did this right. I did it right. I don't remember how to look at chat. There it is. Okay, now I can look at chat. There's got to be a way to pop out chat. No. Oh, well. Sorry, I'm trying. There's not a way to do it. Okay. Okay. So now I just have to do it a certain way. Okay, now we're good. Oh, I have to hit the go live button. Aha. Okay. Okay. So now we've got this. Now I'm live on Facebook too. Okay. And it was free to set all this up. I was paying for Restream, and yes, I did figure it out. Facebook requires like 5 extra steps, but I figured it out. So that's the key point here. Because I have a Facebook page for my business. So, but I have to somehow keep track of 3 chats. I can't have any of the chats on the screen though. But we're figured out.
guess you could say here is where it all started. 20 years ago, the first cyber outlaw we called Gunfight came through like a hurricane.
But I have it figured out now.
Town upside down.
There's a plugin for OBS that you can use. There is a way to show the multi-chats, but I need to set it up.
You could still hear him in the streets, riding his horse into the sunset. Cyber outlaw. The legend, Cyber Outlaw.
I also want to share something. Hopefully this doesn't F it up. Okay, I gotta do one other thing. What? Did it F up? Oh, I F'd it up again. Okay, there we go. I was trying to share the Facebook stream with my personal Facebook account. But we're figured out now. We're good. There's probably a better way of doing it than at my computer. Probably just go to my, you know, phone and do it. So I have 3 chats going. I gotta figure out how to get Facebook chat into OBS. That is a future me problem. That is something I will probably try and parse out tomorrow. So right now I don't need to have the pattern up for each row. I just need to open it to change the row so I can see the chats. But there's a couple of ideas I've got here. So to go live on Facebook, you have to do like extra stuff, extra steps, which is wild. But we're good. We've got it figured out. Oh, I uploaded stuff into my store today. Just a headband. So those 2 blue headbands, the ones that were super different, I ended up giving one of them away. Which, by the way, they fit in a small poly mailer, which was impressive. Shipping to Finland was like $20 though. Shipping to Finland, not cheap, but we got there. Slightly hungry. It's been a while since I ate. I ate at like 10:30, so it's been about 4.5 hours since I ate. I'll have to figure out how to set up bots on YouTube and Facebook. Moderation bots. There's got to be a way to do it with Stream Elements. So I'll figure it out later, though. It's not priority. Like, there's gotta be a way to do this. I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try my other idea here. No, it doesn't want to work. Alright. So in OBS you can set up custom browser docs. And what they do is they take you put in a URL and it will pop up a little version of that website or whatever in OBS as a doc. And I did that with YouTube. I don't know if it'll stay, but I also have it with like my stream manager and stuff like that for Twitch. So I was hoping it would work with Facebook, but it wants me to log into Facebook to do that, and I don't want to do that. So I will figure it out at some point. It feels like again, that's one of those I need to figure it out tomorrow type of deals. If I was using Restream, I would be able to do multi-chat, but I can't, so I have to do some finagling. I saw that there were some tutorials on how to do it, so I will do it later. Because it requires me to install plugins, and I can't do that while live. So... I hate that I started at 2:02 today instead of 2 o'clock. I did that because I was having issues, because I had to change some stuff in my settings for OBS to stream. To do the new, like, getting rid of Restream thing. Because Restream was like $20 a month. So, I got rid of it. But I had to switch, so I had my output for stream directing to Restream, and I had to switch it to Twitch and then add a plugin to add other outputs. But with this, with the new plugin, I can add multiple things. So if I wanted to stream on Twitter, I could do that. I could stream on Twitter. I could stream on Instagram, things like that. The only problem with streaming on Instagram is you kind of have a time limit, and I can also stream on TikTok if I wanted to. Again, the downside is following all of those chats. I don't want to stream on TikTok, but I could. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I could stream on TikTok. I could stream on Twitter. It's a weird choice for me to go with Facebook, and I mean, YouTube makes sense. Like, YouTube makes a lot of sense, but for a lot of people, like, why would you go to Facebook? And I have over 1,000 followers to my business page on Facebook. There's a lot of crafters that use Facebook only. So it makes more sense to go where the crafters are than try and force like TikTok or Twitter. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but I have like 2,000 followers on TikTok, so it would make sense for me to stream there too. But that would require me to use TikTok. You know? That would require me to use TikTok. I don't like TikTok either, so you see the conundrum here. I have a lot of people on it. It wasn't triggering for me. So I used to use it all the time and would make content and all of that, but TikTok only works if you're actively using TikTok all the time. Like with Instagram, I can go on for an hour in the evening, like some posts, interact with people, post my shit, and I'll be good. Short form, I guess the best way to describe this is short form video is not great for my mental health. So that includes Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. I'll watch a few here and there, but they're designed to give you quick hits of like dopamine. And you're constantly searching for the next like thing that gets you. And I don't like it. I used to be on TikTok all the time, and I turned into this like mindless zombie who would just scroll, and I wasn't engaging with my hobbies or anything like that. I wasn't engaging with writing or reading or anything. So I stopped using it, and I feel like my mental health made a difference. So that was what was happening, is like I would just zone out and I wasn't engaging with anything. It was just so detrimental to my mental health. And unfortunately, like, it's just hard. So I stick to, for my business, I do use Twitter on occasion. I gotta remember to do it. Post things on my personal Twitters, but I don't do it on my main. But I also, what else? Yeah, it was bad for my mental health, so. Which I know sounds terrible, but I also got sick of seeing like all of the misinformation. And in order to like make content on TikTok, you have to like know what's trending, and in order to know what's trending, you have to be active on the app. And I don't even have the app on my phone anymore. So far, nobody's viewing my Facebook, but I'll give it an hour and see what it goes. See how it goes. Sweater's looking good. I just don't think it's long enough. Oh, why did this not want to cooperate? Okay. Oh, LD player wants to do this today? Okay, we can work with this. LD player is what I use to show my row count. So right now it doesn't want to show unless the screen is active. But I also can't see. I can't see things if it's in a weird situation. So I haven't moved for now, so I can look at chats. This is where a third monitor would be very helpful. A third monitor would make a difference. Because then I could have all of the chats on one screen. I could do like pop-out chats. And then I could have I need a third monitor. I have a friend who's willing to sell me one for like $40. So I'll have to talk to my partner about this. But a third monitor would make my life easier for multiple reasons. Downside is I don't know how I would attach it and where I would put it. So okay, I don't know why it's giving me issues today. But I need to keep an eye on the timer for ads. But so LD Player is an Android emulator, and that's how I get my row counter on my computer, is through an Android emulator. So yeah, today's goal is to reach row 20. We'll get there. We're on 17, so we'll definitely hit 20 today. And I want to say we're going to go to like 35, 40 for the rows, for total rows.
Reminder to do timesheet.
Nor my machine. Also, if you guys want to watch on YouTube, there's no ads. Just so you guys know, YouTube and Facebook don't have ads, but they're under a different username. Yeah. So, there's no ads on live videos on YouTube. So, a lot of the streamers I watch, who also dual stream, do point out that you could go to YouTube. That being said, you guys know this. I manually run the ads, and so this is my philosophy. I run the ads when I'm not at the computer, so you guys aren't missing anything. It gives me a chance to take a break, which is good for my hands. Like, it's good for the health of my hands to take like a 3-4 minute break. Also, I have to use the bathroom often after, because I have to use the bathroom. But I run ads at the first after I've been live for 2 minutes. I have to be live for 2 minutes for this to work. But what I do is I run a 3-minute ad. And this is something a lot of Twitch streamers have kind of figured out, is when you run a 3-minute ad, it disables the pre-roll ads for 63 minutes. So the 3 minutes of the ad and then an hour. What the pre-roll ads are is when you first come into stream, you sometimes get hit with an ad. So a pre-roll, if you can disable them, it helps with people coming into the stream at random times not getting slammed with ads. And then it also pushes the auto ad, because the ads will run automatically, back by an hour. If you run an ad after you've been live for 2 minutes, it'll set everything like that. If you do it before the 2-minute mark, it doesn't count. You have to run the ad after you've been live for 2 minutes. But it's been very helpful to like have figured that out. So that's why I have the Twitch stream manager. I have the Twitch stream manager in my OBS, and I can see when the last ad was run. And the timer I pay attention to is the pre-rolls are off. So right now the pre-rolls are off for the next 30 minutes or so. So when it gets close to that 30-minute mark, that's when I take my break. Or get close. When I'm within the 5 minutes, I try and take my break. So, but I do that so that you guys aren't gonna miss anything while I run an ad. It gives me a break. But other platforms, you don't get hit with ads. And again, if you use ad block, I don't care. I would probably care more if this was my job, but I just do this for fun. So we're already on 18. So this part's going faster than I thought it would. Like, the body of this sweater is going to suck to do because it's just the same thing over and over. It's very boring. But it is going quickly. Like I said, there's part of me that wants to do something a certain way. The part of me wants to go through this ball of yarn and then see how long it is. So I don't really need a row counter for that. I still have this much left. But I'll try it on at the 20 row mark and see how I feel about it. Row mark should be good, because that's about 10 rows from the end that it suggests, so I can get a good idea of if it's getting to where I want it to be. Like I said, there's also part of me that wants to just, because I still have another, I'm in the 4th ball of yarn of the 12, so I still have 3 and then 4 that I can break for, that I'm going to break apart for sleeves. So I have another 5 balls of yarn. That's why I'm saying, like, I could go and just make it as long as I want. But I don't want to make it too long, you know? We will try it on at row 20 and see how we feel. That's the beauty of this top-down, neck-down sweater is I can keep trying on. And this is something knitters do, is like they'll keep trying their stuff on until they can get it to where they want it. So ugh, my hand is hurting. Everything is hurting today, by the way. I don't know why. I swear I got like a decent amount of sleep last night. But it has been like 4 hours since I took a pain med, so it's been more than 4 hours. Oh no, I took it when I ate. So yeah, it's been 4 hours. I have 2 shares. 2 people have shared my stream on Facebook. Nobody's watching. But 2 shares. Let's see. It won't show me who it was. That's fine. So my thought process was I could get 2 rows done per hour, but we're gonna definitely hit 20. Heavy. That's the problem, is this thing is heavy. It is wool. It does have some stretch to it, which will be nice. When I block it, it will soften up and whatchamacallit, give me some nice drape, which is also a bonus. I'm gonna steam block it. Normally I don't like steam blocking because it's kind of a pain in my ass, quite frankly. So steam blocking can be a little bit fussy. The biggest thing is just stretching it out and using the steamer. But I am going to do it with this yarn. I'm going to do a test swatch, or like, I have a swatch that from my gauge swatch. I'm going to test block it with and do a steam block. Hello. Welcome in. Tomorrow is the press conference, so I'm really excited. I'm hoping it's on YouTube. I will do fashion reviews. I just don't know when I will do them. But I'm excited. What, the G1 starts Saturday? I saw that, yeah, it's Saturday at 3 in the morning for me. So I am not going to stay up for it. If I am awake at 3 in the morning after having worked all week on Friday, I'm going to be very mad at myself. I'm going to be very upset if I'm still awake at that time. Because it would be like 3 in the morning. Like at 3 in the morning on Saturday, so I would have had to stay up Friday. I have a very hard and fast rule of I'm not destroying my sleep schedule for the G1. I will watch on delay, so just as a note, I'll probably know the results. Who'll be the best dressed? Probably LP. He always dresses really nice. Worst dressed, if Shota wears that white ill-fitting suit again, probably him. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I think LP is going to dress really nice. He always does. It's interesting because it's a new crop of people. Maybe Gabe will be the worst dressed. It depends on how the Bullet Club wants to present themselves. But everybody who's in the G1 seemingly, everyone who's in the G1 seemingly dresses nice for press conferences. So that's reassuring. So this is the thing, is me and my friends were trying to determine if Ren is going to dress nice in a suit. And it's like, historically, he does dress in a suit, even when, as a heel, he has. So, we'll see. I'm excited. Naito might be lazy. Osprey looked really good last year. Yoshihashi and Yujiro looked worse. Osprey looked good. He had that blue suit on. Oh, the hat. The hat was whatever. The hat was whatever. I didn't mind the hat. I mean, Kenta showed up in shorts and a tank top, right? Like, Kenta did show up in shorts and a tank top, and Yujiro showed up in shorts and a t-shirt, and like, it could be worse. It could be worse. Like, that's where I'm at with this. Of at least everybody in this G1 seems to dress nice for press conferences. I think if Shota is wearing that goddamn white suit, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, if Shota Umino is in that damn suit, I am going to lose my mind. Yeah, so that's the other thing. I have thoughts. I have thoughts on that. I have thoughts on that. You could ask 4 different people who they think is going to win the G1, and you're going to get 4 different answers, I swear. So, like, I mean, I hope it's ZSJ too. But I've seen people say maybe Shota's pushing himself through the G1 like this because he's supposed to win it. It's like, okay, I can see Shota winning the G1. That's whatever. And then my partner's like, no, this is when you have Ren win it. And I'm just like, don't know about that one. Don't know about that one, Chief. Please don't say that because that makes me anxious. But like, there are like 4, there's so many answers. I want Zach to win. For anybody who's not a wrestling fan, probably wondering what the hell we're talking about. I want Zach to win, but my partner believes that if they were going to pull the trigger on Zack Sabre Jr., they should have done it like 4 years ago. But it needs to be Zach. Oh yeah, fair enough. This is your first one. You're gonna have fun with it though. Part of the trick is to pick somebody to follow. Now, if you guys remember during the Best of Super Junior, I did that. I made a GIF for every night of the Best of Super Junior. I'm thinking about doing that for the G1. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like, because Yoda won New Japan Cup. So, like, if the narrative is we're pushing the new generation, then one of those two needs to win. Like, you can have... Yeah, you can... I think it should be Zach. I want to be very clear. As a Ren Narita fan, I think it should be Zack Sabre Jr. winning the G1. That being said, I would be very elated if either Shota or Ren won it. But I'm not going to hold my breath. This should be a Zach win. Yeah, and this is the best time to jump in. This is when you jump in and you start learning. There are a couple of times of the year where it's a good time to start jumping in and paying attention. G1 is one of them. Best of Super Juniors is another. And then New Year's Dash. Yeah, Zach, please. New Year's Dash is another time. That's when you set the storylines for the year. So if you think about like TV shows, New Japan, they set the stories at New Year Dash, which is after Wrestle Kingdom. And then the finale of the stories are at Wrestle Kingdom. The G1 helps also set some storylines too. The end of the G1. I find it interesting that neither tag champion is in the G1 this year. I find that fascinating. But, like, it's gonna set up some stories and make a difference. And some stories have been going on for a while. The Ren and Shota storyline feud has started last April. So we're well over a year into that storyline. They're doing it on the 6th. They have already said when they're doing it. They are literally doing Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty, New Year Dash. 1, 2, 3 right in a row. I think it's a bad idea. But they are legitimately doing it 3 days in a row. No, you're good. And a lot of people didn't know. Walker Stewart tweeted about it. But they are doing 3 days in a row. I don't like it. Like, that feels like a lot of wrestling. 3 days in a row feels like a lot for the performers. But like a lot of the people who are on like the Wrestle Kingdom card might not be on the Wrestle Dynasty card. Because Wrestle Dynasty is more of a collaboration show, so yeah, it is all about balance. I feel like they could have done New Year Dash a week later and it would have been fine, or give it a couple of days. But like, this isn't the first time they've done 3 in a row. Like, they were doing 3 in a row when they were doing the 2-night Wrestle Kingdom, right? Up until last year, for a few years, they were doing 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom. So, this isn't the first time they've done 3 in a row. It would be funny if Ren wins the G1 and Shota takes the belt off Naito by getting a win over him in the G1 and then doing the rematch. Which, by the way, if you're not familiar with that, whenever a champion loses in the G1, they have a chance to get their win back against the person who pinned them. And it usually sets up a story for the next couple of tours. So. I need to eat a snack on my break. I need to take a break in the next few minutes. I don't know what I'm going to have for a snack, but I am going to eat a snack. It's not going to be like me eating my beef bowl yesterday. I'm probably gonna have like a cottage cheese or SpaghettiOs or something. What's my drink doing? My drink's doing good. Ooh. See if I can get to the row 20 by the time I take my break. That'll be nice. And then I will be just flying. So I think that's the plan. I'm gonna get to 20, take my break, come back, try this on. Ow. By the way, I pulled my groin yesterday, and now my back is acting up. I feel old. Yeah, that is gonna be. Well, I mean, there is a connection. There is a connection there. Besides Lij, all four of them have had the belt. So A block is like people who've had the belt. I think people forget that Evil had the belt at one point. Shingo's had it. Sonata had it. Naito has it. Yeah. A block is full of like former champions. It's that's why Shota being in that block is like a big deal. So yeah, that's why it's a big deal that Shota's in that block. Oh my god! We're gonna get to row 20, and then I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go eat something. I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I am hungry. Like I said, it's been about 5 hours since I ate, so I do need to have something. Probably, like I said, just a cottage cheese or... But yeah, all four of them have had the championship belt. But yes, there's also Lij implications in there. I'll take my break. So I'm on 20, so I've hit 20 today, which is ideal. You know, chain, turn. Turning this thing is getting frustrating. But I'll pop a stitch marker in. I'll get a few stitches in. Then we will take a break. Take a break and then we'll come back and try this on. I kind of want to get a little bit further into the row before I try it on. But yeah, okay. I'm going to take my break. So I will see you guys in 3 minutes. Okay, I know I said 3 minutes and I was gone for 5. I have a reason. I have a really good reason why I was gone for 5 minutes instead of 3. I don't have any SpaghettiOs. I don't have any cottage cheese. So I had to heat something up. Like, I had to actually cook food to eat something. I just heated up some ravioli, like a can of ravioli. But I didn't have anything I could eat without having to use the microwave. So I didn't have anything to eat. I had to go eat something. My partner is awake playing Dota, so I'm surprised that I haven't had any issues with all the streams. So there's that. Anyways, let's get back to this. My hands are really greasy from that cream. So I will have to block this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to the front of the sweater, or like around the front of the sweater, so I can have a more accurate fit situation. So I do need to get further along before I try it on. I can kind of tell by looking at it, it's not long enough. We're trying to get as far as possible today. I'm supposed to stop at 29 and do the hem, but I don't think 29 is going to be long enough for my taste. So we're going to try this. But we'll get through this. I feel so bad that I took a longer break, but I was sitting there starving and dizzy. So I was like, I have to eat something. The real win is I didn't get any of it on me. Yeah, it is a little weird. It is a little weird. I'm not upset about it, but it is a little weird. We've had one reaction to the Facebook stream, so it's going slow. And 2 shares. Oh yeah. I just need to get into the habit of using Facebook. So I want to get to about over here. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I want to see it play out. I don't have anything other than I don't know much about Jake Lee. He fits being an outsider. That part my partner said, like, he fits the outsider mold because he's a Japanese Korean. And there's a lot of, like, internal racism between the different Asian countries. I don't know if you guys knew that. I learned that recently. But so it makes sense. Like, he does fit the outsider. He can fit the aggression. His aesthetic, though, is the concern. Like, is he going to have a whole new aesthetic, or is he going to be that steampunk? Like, who knows, right? Okay, I'm gonna get a few more stitches and then I want to try this on. Like I said, I want to try it on at the 20. Basically every 10 rows I kind of want to try it on. See where we're at. But I want to get some of the front of it done, and that's what I'm doing right now. Okay. A little bit more. Okay, we're gonna try this on, because I'm pretty much at the arm side. Okay, we're trying this on again to see how long it is. It's like a crop top at this point, guys. And I'm supposed to do only 10 more rows? No. I'm just gonna have to keep going until it's long enough. Like, there's no way 29 rows is gonna be enough to make me happy. Even stretching it, yeah, I'm definitely going longer. I'm definitely gonna go longer. Even stretching it, it's still not where I want it to be. Because it will stretch when it's blocked, but like, there is a part of me that wants to just use up the yarn I have in the length, like, just keep going, and then when it's at that length, just be done. Just add the collar and stuff. Because this is for me. I have until August 13th to have it done. This is for me, though. That's why I'm trying it on, is because it's for me. It is for someone. Myself. This is 100% for me. But the problem is that it's just not long enough. And I think the pattern is supposed to be a crop sweater, and I don't like crop sweaters. But because it is, I can do that, I can try it on like that. I want to say I'm going to go to like row 45 at this point, 45, 46. Like I'm leaning towards, thank you. I bought this specifically for me, so it's funny because a lot of my sweaters I've made for myself are blue. I'm gonna run into a slight problem. If I come home with like a ton of ribbons, I don't know where I'm gonna put them all. But yeah, this is for me. But I have until August 13th to get it done. That being said, I started this Sunday afternoon and I ripped out 2 hours worth of work on Sunday. So I've only worked on it for a few days and I'm already that far. But I have a ton of yarn, so I have a ton of yarn and 4 balls on the way. The 4 balls that are on the way are going to be for the sleeves. So I technically have another 8 balls of yarn, so I can keep going and make this long. But yeah. I can make this nice and long. We're gonna hope, though, this is the biggest thing, is we've gotta hope that the yarn for the sleeves is the same dye lot or is close enough. That's a key part of this, is the sleeves might be slightly off if I didn't do it right, if I didn't get the same dye lot. And I have no control over that. But I kind of want to go like twice as long. So go to like 40, 45, 46. But I'll try it on again at 30. That's the other thing. But yeah, this is for me, so. But like I said, I have not a lot of time to finish it. The fact I'm doing a different hem will actually speed me up, because the hem that they want me to do is fussy and annoying. So I'm not going to do it. Well, I'm not doing it for a couple of reasons, but reason one is because the striping would look stupid. Reason one is the striping would look bad if I did it the way the pattern says. If I was doing this in a solid colored yarn, I would do it the way the pattern says. But I'm not. I'm doing it in striping. So I'm going to modify the hem and the collar and the cuffs on everything. And then 2, it will go faster if I do it that way. But yeah, this is really pretty. The thing that I was worried about was it fitting around the chest, but we should be fine. Like I said, I will block it, which means I will stretch it out, pin it into place, and then steam it so it stays in that shape. So I will do that. That will stretch it out some, but I want it to fit before I block it. I want it to fit the way I want it to before I block it, so that the extra roominess comes from blocking. So I have 4 more balls of yarn I need to ball up too. But it will look really good. The good news is, like, I can work on it this weekend. I can work on it probably another hour and a half or 2 on this. Depends. My partner is awake and playing Dota. So he is awake and playing Dota right now. And I mentioned I want a 3rd monitor, and he said no. But he said he has a 3rd monitor, but I really don't have space on my desk for one. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Oh! My lights are falling? They're sliding down the wall? I might have to take my lights down and replace the sticky things. But that is a not problem I'm dealing. That's not something I'm doing right now. That's for damn sure. I would say, hey, can we figure out why I was just distracted by the lights? But if you've been around here before, you can take a guess why I was just distracted by lights and email and everything, and it has everything to do with the fact I need to take my meds. One of my pills got stuck in my mouth, though. Also, this is listed in my shop right now. This headband. I got it listed this afternoon. And I will put it on for posterity. See? It fits an adult head. It's very soft. It's very soft. But I need to put this in my drawers. I'll do that later. I have to do a few things. Yeah, this... I wish there was another line of this black, but haven't gotten one. I don't know why. I see it coming, never mind. But it still looks good. It's just the striping is not even. You kind of get it in a few spots, but at some point I need to do the sleeve situation. But I can see it right there through here. So we are gonna get the black. There's part of me that just says do the sleeves with the random striping. We're at 21, so if we can get to like 25 today, that'd be really cool. I'll probably try it on again when I get done with stream, but
don't forget to take your medications.
I did that.
But all this talk of mine boils down to just this.
Shit, we getting out. If you ready, fucking set, get your flex out. Now bring your fucking hands on your back out. Drink up in the air, I'm about to pass out. Yeah, everybody know we getting out. If you ready, fucking set, get your flex out. Now bring your fucking hands on your back out.
I have a comment on Instagram from wow, it's a very tricky situation. Yeah, so it's from somebody who kind of didn't kick me out of a group chat, but they just kind of directed everybody to stop reacting to me in the group chat, so I ended up leaving on my own. And now I've never stopped following her on Instagram, but like she knows I live in the same city as she does now and doesn't make any effort to like want to hang out or anything like that. I don't harbor any ill will, but it's weird that she's reaching out. Right. Speaking of my city, I am going to be going somewhere Friday morning. So I might be working late on Friday afternoon because of to account for what I'm doing on Friday morning. Let me respond to her. She wants to know where I'm getting my nails done. I didn't want to put this under the camera because she asked me where I was getting my nails done, and I didn't want to show you guys because I basically talk about the town I live in, the suburb I live in. Because, okay, so I know where she gets her nails done, and getting a full set, like a fill, is like $120. My nails cost me less, like half that. Including the tip. Including my tip, my nails cost half of what she pays for hers. And I don't have to go into downtown St. Paul. But what I'm doing on Friday is one of the people who won the Stanley Cup, Kyle Okposo, and there's a couple reasons I'm gonna go to this. He's doing his day with the cup in a suburb, literally the next suburb over from me. So he's gonna have the Stanley Cup there, and he's gonna be signing autographs and taking pictures and stuff. The reason I'm gonna go is Kyle Okposo was on my hockey team for a while. We traded him at the trade deadline so that he could go chase and win a cup. And he did win a cup, so I'm going to take a couple hours on Friday to go to that suburb, and it's the place the place that the cup's going to be at is like 15 minutes from where I live. So I'm going to go do that on Friday with a friend. So but she wanted to know where I was getting my nails done. She already responded. She lives on Instagram. That's the other thing. They basically live on Instagram now, and I just don't do that. My doctor was super excited when I told him I went to a concert and danced for an hour. He's like, "Good. We need you to do that." I was like, "Okay." Yeah, I don't really interact with the people from that group anymore, just because it was just a really interesting situation. But I found out that they had like a secret group chat without me, and I found out because I went on Instagram and they had all planned a vacation together, and I was the only one not invited. So I was like, okay, you know what? F that. I'm just not gonna ask about it. But one of them lives in my town. It's been a couple of years, so I'm not whatever. I'm still like friends with them on Instagram. But shit happens. If they couldn't be adults and communicate, right? Then, like, if they couldn't communicate, then it's like whatever. I'm better off just not being around them. She goes to like, okay, so this is the thing. Like, she goes to some really bougie spa to get her nails done. I do not go to a bougie spa. I go to a nail place down the street. They do a really good job. They're really affordable for what I get done. I know in the past she's wanted to go get our nails done together, and I'm just like, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't want to spend $120 every 3 weeks to get my nails done. 2 3 weeks.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
I know that sounds terrible, but I don't want to spend that much money to get my nails done. Especially considering the place I go to, they do a really good job. They keep them really thin. The art is... I don't have to, like, dictate them on the art. I just go in, I pick a color, and then one time I went in and the woman was like, do you want nail art? And I was like, sure. And she did nail art, and now I basically go in, I pick a color, and then I tell them to do whatever they want on my ring finger for a design. This time it's got like cherry blossom vibes. There's even sparkles. Look at the abomination I sent in your Discord. Why do I want to do that if you're telling me it's an abomination? Hello, chat. Welcome to my partner is getting my attention through my chat. Oh my god. What? Making me look at things on... What in the... Why? Why? Wait, why? Why did you send me this? Guys, he sent me the worst word search ever. Like, the worst. Guys, he sent me the word. Hold on, I'm putting this in chat. I'm putting this in chat so other people can suffer.
And now it's available for
In Twitch chat. Because I've got 3 chats going. What in the actual F is this? Why? Why would you send me that? Guys, he sends me this. He sends me the most random curse. Okay, we send each other the most random curse things. I'm gonna take some fault for this because our entire relationship is based over us sending curse stuff to each other. Like our entire friendship was based on that. But like. That is the worst crossword puzzle. Or word search, whatever. No, I don't like it. Why are you like this? Why do you send me things like this? I have sent him many of cursed things. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad, guys. I don't think he realizes he can also just put links in chat because he's a mod, so he can bypass the filters. But no, he has to come in chat and be like, go look at what I sent you on Discord. Because he wants to see my reaction at opening it. I'm not dragging it on screen, no. That's such a pain in my ass to do. That's such a pain in my ass. No, I'm just gonna link it. He wanted to see my reaction, guys. He's slowing down the progress of the sweater by sending me cursed crap. That means I have to find something equally as cursed to send him. We also send each other cute things, but why did you find that? How did you find that? Was that on the front page? Was that on the front page of Reddit? How did you find that? By the way, he's a Reddit guy. I'm a Tumblr person. He's Reddit, I'm Tumblr. Okay, yeah, you found it on the front page. Got it. I used to be on Reddit all the time, and it just became like a job because of the moderation stuff I was doing. Right. You participate. You partake. You do post. You comment. You comment on things. Oh, see? But yes, he spends time perusing Reddit. This is the back. This is the seam right here. You can barely see it. It's kind of nice. I don't know why I'm obsessed with making my seams not around, but... Are you gonna go to sleep? 2 weeks versus 2 hours. It's not been 2 hours since I posted. It's been like 3. The last thing I posted was a link to my stream, dude. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes since I last posted on Tumblr. You don't know? Okay, so that means you're gonna fall asleep halfway through whatever we're doing tonight. We're gonna put something on and you're gonna fall asleep. That's what's gonna happen. Don't fall asleep until we order groceries, because we need groceries. But... maybe mess up my thing. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, you're gonna fall asleep. If you guys think I'm being mean to him, he will fall asleep. He falls asleep all the time to everything. He'll say he's not sleeping, but I'll hear him snoring, and he'll just argue that he's not sleeping because he has his glasses on. Except he falls asleep with his glasses on. He gets comfortable and then just falls asleep. But he should be asleep right now because it's like, in comparison, it's like 5 a.m. for him. If we were to look at flip schedules. I don't know what time he went to bed last night, so... back is hurting. So we're on 23. It's pretty good. I wanted to get to 20 today, so the fact we're at 23 is impressive. And we still have about an hour and a half to go. Hour to go. I don't know if he's still here or if he went back to playing Dota, but Taylor commented on my stuff on Instagram. This looks so good. It's so pretty. I really do like this. I just am gonna have to make it way longer than the pattern says to make me happy. But that's fine. And again, I will block it. I don't know if I will block it before the state fair, depending on how long it takes me to get through this. Don't know if I'll block it before the state fair. That might not happen, but if I Steam block it, Steam blocking it will go fast. So I will just pin this into place and then hit it with the iron, steam from the iron, and then it will be good to go. It'll just take like 10 minutes to dry. The problem with wet blocking is, or blocking it the way I normally would, which would be like stretching it out and then spraying it with some water and letting it dry, is when I did that with the gauge swatch, it got very wet. It like soaked up all the water, and it took all day to dry, all night to dry. So I'm going to actually take this. This is the gauge swatch. I do need to block it better so it's a little bit more stretched, but I'm going to pin it into place, stretch it out a little bit more, and then steam block this to see how it reacts. That's the plan. So I do have this little swatch that I did. So this right here is a very important part to crochet and knitting and making clothing in general when you're using fiber. If you're crocheting or knitting clothing, you really need to do one of these, which is a gauge swatch. So this is worked up in the pattern, and then what I do is I have to pop my little swatch thing over it, gauge thing, and do some counting. The reason you need to do this is because if you don't know if your item's gonna fit or if you're gonna have enough yarn, or so it's very important to do this. And if you're gonna block it, so I did this and I sprayed it, and it's still pretty thin, but it soaked up all the water really quickly, and it was soaking wet for like a day. I don't have that type of time to use my bed to block this sweater to do that. So I'm going to steam block it and see how fast it takes to dry. And also to see if I can actually steam block it, because this, I don't care if it's ruined because it's just a swatch. But it's a good to test to see if I can steam block it. Because if I can't, then we've got some problems. So I have to do that at some point. That's a weekend project because I hate using the steamer. I do have a steamer. I have two. I have a standing up close steamer, and then I have an iron that has steam, and I have to use the iron one. But blocking is important because it will, like, the problem with blocking is depending on the fiber, it reacts differently to the different ways. I could wet block this. That's going to be a nightmare. Don't want to do that. Normally, I pin things into place and then I spray them with a spray bottle. And then what happens is as it dries, it holds that shape. That's what you're doing, is you're pinning it into the shape you need it and the size, and then you're spraying it. And then when it dries, it's that shape, which is great. And you can do it with steam. I just have never steam blocked this yarn before, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna go for me. So it is suggested, so I wet blocked that swatch, and you're supposed to, however you block your gauge swatch is how you're supposed to do the project. That's why I have to reblock it and see if the steam will work. Because I don't want to, there's nylon in this yarn. It's 30% nylon, so I don't want to accidentally melt it, you know? Certain items you don't ever have to block. Like, you can block hats. I don't. Because they will kind of naturally block to somebody's head as they wear it from, like, the sweat. You should block garments so that they fit. Like, I have a sweater that I made that I entered in the fair last year that I didn't block because the pattern said you didn't have to block it. And I didn't want to F with it, but it's not long enough because I was working from the bottom up, and it was made in pieces. So I made the front and I worked from the bottom up, and then I made the back and I worked from the bottom up, and then I stitched them together. And I made the sleeves from the bottom up and I stitched those on. So that sweater, I couldn't adjust the length of it like I can this one because I couldn't try it on. So it's a, and I did like make it longer than the pattern said, but it wasn't long enough. Now, if I block it into place, it probably would be long enough because it's about an inch short. So I could block it and it would fix it. So I haven't done that though. But this sweater, because I can continuously try it on, because I can keep trying this one on, I can make it as long as I want it. And then I will block it and it will still be a little bit bigger. But it might, if I don't get, again, I've got till August 13th, technically 12th, because I'm going to drop everything off on the 13th and 14th. But I have to drop my stuff off on August 13th, so I have to have this done and ends woven in by the 12th. This is a deadline sweater. Now, here's the thing. I want to clarify. One, we're already pretty far into it. Two, I've only been working on it since Sunday afternoon. And three, if I don't finish it, I don't have to enter it. I can enter it next year. I can withdraw my registration when I drop off my stuff. That being said, I kind of want to see if I can get it done. My mom thinks I can do it. My group chats think I'm insane for trying this. I sent a picture. So the other day I finished the shawl like a week and a half ago, right? I finished the shawl, I sent a picture, and I go, hey, part of me wants to make a sweater to enter into the fair, and all of my friends went cast no. And then yesterday I posted a progress shot and I said, so against my better judgment, here we are. And they're like, why? Why do you do this to yourself? But that will be 10 items I'm entering into the state fair. 10. If I can get this done. My mom thinks I can, because look how far I am after, 4 days of work? If you look at like how far I actually am after 4 days of work, I can probably get this done. If I don't put it away and work on other stuff. If I straight up just work on this, I can have it done pretty quickly. I do have to wait on yarn for the sleeves. I ordered yarn specifically for the sleeves so I can break the yarn into those sections. If I explain all this to my partner, he would just fall asleep. Like, I explain my processes and he just falls asleep. But I ordered yarn specifically for the sleeves. Oh, that's fine. I don't mind. He falls asleep to anything. He fell asleep at a Rez concert. He fell asleep at a concert. An EDM heavy bass concert. He fell asleep during it. He has really bad insomnia, so... But yes, he fell asleep at a concert. I'm sitting there listening to my heavy bass music, and he is standing next to me sleeping. Or, like, laying next... My music puts him to sleep because it's a repetitive, like, beat. So it's, like, meditative. It is so loud. He fell asleep somehow. Got my hydrate. I do need to take a break because it has been an hour. It's been an hour. So I'm going to take a break. I will be right back. I'm going to just use the bathroom and stretch. So I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. Hi, I'm back. I'm rubbing lotion in my hands, so my sweater's gonna smell. Actually, my sweater's not gonna have much of a smell because wool doesn't hold scent as well as like acrylic. Anyways, acrylic or cotton kind of hold on to scent. But I've put on this stuff, which smells like citrus, which I'm scraping the bottom of. I don't like this as much as I want to try their THC one. That one's CBD. And then this is that pink peppermint lush that I like. It's meant for feet. It's supposed to help with like soothing feet or soothing aches. So I use this on my hands. I don't like it on my feet. It's not very moisturizing. It's also very expensive. But it's like I've poured some of this into a container to travel with, but like I wish it was in like a pump bottle, but I understand why Lush doesn't use those because they're like wasteful. That being said, if you take back 5 of these, what is it? If you return 5 clean empty packaging, you get a free face mask. So I've got a bunch of them that I need to like clean out and take back to Lush because they want you to like recycle. So I like Lush. I really do like Lush. I also use their cuticle cream, which I'm actually gonna put a little bit on. This is the Lemony Flutter. You can tell I've used it because I'm like scratching the bottom, but I'm putting it on because my cuticles got chewed up by my nail tech. Usually Lily does my nails and she doesn't chew my nails up. The person who did my nails, Lily, was busy. I really should just start making appointments to go get my nails done so I can get the person I want. But she chewed up my cuticles pretty bad. She usually does if I get to get that gal. I don't know how to pronounce her name because it's not in. It's Thai, I think. It's not a name I can pronounce. I don't want to say it's just different. Anyways, she chews up my cuticles. She just goes really hard with the drill. So, but this stuff smells like lemon, hence the name Lemony Flutter. But it's the only cuticle cream I've ever liked. I used to get samples of it, and like the sample would last me forever. But it does a really good job of just moisturizing my cuticles and keeping them nice. It also works great on hands. It's really good if you've got like little calluses on your fingers like I do from crocheting. But I do use it quite a bit. I've had this tub for, I mean, it's probably expired by now. I don't know. Used by September of this year, so I probably won't finish it by September, but like this one is used by March of next year. So this stuff, because it doesn't have preservatives in it, so this stuff is all natural. Lush is expensive because it's like all natural. Or at least it's as all natural as possible. Like anything green in this ingredient list is all natural. There's only like 4 things that aren't, and one of them is fragrance and one of them is coloring. It is red 30. So I'm not allowed to use anything that's got red 40 in it specifically. I always just say red food dye because it's easier. Red 40 is the most common food dye for red, and I cannot have it. But this, yes, it's pink, has red 33, so I can use it. But I have hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer is also red, and it uses red 40. So this stuff, as much as it smells amazing, it smells like apples. This stuff is the winter candy apple. Has red 40 in it, so it makes my hands itch when I use it. So I have a whole bottle of it. And I didn't know it had red in it when I bought it because I bought it online and they didn't have the ingredients listed. So I can use the strawberry pound cake because it doesn't have any red in it. I'm almost out. But I can't use the candy apple because it's red. It's like red. Open it up so you guys can see, like, it's red. So, I don't know what I'm ever going to do with this bottle of hand sanitizer, but I can't use it, so it sucks. So I might just give it to a friend. Just be like, here, I can't use this. But Lush is really good about not using a lot of food coloring. And like I said, they use red 33 for that, so fine. I swear by the Sympathy for the Skin for my feet. But my toenails have been like messed up because I got them. And I've been getting better about not doing that because every time I go get my nails done, they always ask me if I want a pedicure too. And I think one of these times I will let them do that. I don't know what color I would do on my toenails. Yeah. This stuff is anything Lush is pretty much mostly natural. The problem is it's not cheap. Like that big tub, and now that tub will last me a while, but that tub is like $35. So it's not cheap at all. Like, I fully recognize how expensive Lush is. Sympathy for the Skin is literally the only thing that softens my feet. It's the only thing that works on my feet. So I suck it up. I usually buy 2 at a time. I have another one, so I'm good. But it doesn't have any dye in it. It's got like banana and some other stuff. I can go get the tub on my break, but Sympathy for the Skin is just, I love it so much. It's such a good, it just works so good for me. I used to try, I have tried the pink peppermint. See, I went in there once looking for something specifically for my feet and they suggested the pink peppermint, but it doesn't moisturize as well as I'd like, which works out great for like a hand lotion because it doesn't make my hands super greasy when I'm crocheting. And it has arnica and mint, so it does help with achiness. So that's why it's a good, like it's good for what I'm using it for. But yeah, I have stuff. This stuff right here is all natural, but this is CBD cannabinoids. So I want to get the one that's got THC in it though. That stuff works good on my neck. And it also works good on my hands. I used it earlier, but I should use the pink peppermint more because I use it. That stuff is $60 a little tub, but you use the CBD stuff is not cheap. It's the Cornell Urban Agriculture hemp cream. I don't know if you can get it where you're at, but I can get it here in Minnesota. The lid has cracked because it was in my backpack for so long, but it still closes. But this one's whole hemp extract, so it's THC derived from hemp, so it's Delta 9. But they do have one from like actual THC. That's funny. Like, my loving partner the other day, yesterday, sent me a link, and he's like, for reference later for a dispensary, because weed is legal in my state now, right? But you can only get Delta 9 right now. You can't get like actual stuff. Most places don't have actual stuff, and I can tell it's Delta 9 by the dosing in the packages, because there's like a limit on how much you can put in. By the way, my state, before they legalized weed, accidentally legalized edibles through Delta 9. It was kind of funny. Anyways, so he sent me the link because we've been looking to see if any dispensaries have like actual weed, not hemp derived THC. Which part of that is because I don't like how much of a crapshoot Delta 9 is. Like, you don't know what you're going to get for a high. Where, like, the edibles we have from Michigan, you do know what you're getting. Like, I can predict, as long as I don't eat a 50 milligram by accident, you know? If I don't do that, we're good. My partner told my brother the price that he paid for carts, and he said he got like 10 carts for 7 or 8 carts for $100. 1 gram carts. I don't know if he's in chat. He can explain how much he's paid in Michigan, but yeah, it's just cost effective. We're on 24, so we are making really good progress today. But that cream, I got it initially to help my hands, and then I had the idea a couple months ago to start trying it on my neck, and it works out really good for my neck when my neck is giving me issues. Also, shout out to my doctor. I want to just shout out my doctor. My insurance company has been really pissy about covering my Botox, specifically under my post-concussive migraine diagnosis, persistent post-concussive syndrome diagnosis. They get really testy about covering my Botox. They don't want to do it. To the point where I owe the doctors $800, and I need to call my insurance company and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Because I should not have had to pay. I should have paid like $20. Anyway, I noticed that this time he billed my Botox under my cervical dystonia, and the most well-known treatment for cervical dystonia is Botox. Like, so he's changed the diagnosis that he's doing my Botox under so it gets covered. Because the insurance company is going to go, "Oh, Botox for cervical dystonia. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what the treatment is." Where they get really pissy about persistent post-concussive syndrome is what I have. A traumatic brain injury with the side effect of persistent post-concussive syndrome. So he changed it to cervical dystonia, which is not a lie. I do get the Botox for the dystonia, but he did that so that it starts getting covered. So shout out to my neurologist for being a real one on that. Like, seriously, shout out to my neurologist for that one. But I do need to call my insurance company and be like, "Yo, why didn't you cover my Botox?" Like, seriously, just that one little change. And he's not lying. Like, that's the other part of it. Like, he's not lying about it, but he has to, when you bill insurance, you have to bill under a primary diagnosis. And that's how they determine if you deserve the treatment. Anyways, he billed it under cervical dystonia this time, because I had looked at my notes. So good for him. Love him for that. Makes it less annoying to get my Botox done. But my neurologist is probably one of the best doctors I've ever had. Nothing's going to beat my old psychiatrist. I had my old psychiatrist for like 7 years, and she was phenomenal, and I loved her. And when I moved, I still tried to see her over telehealth, and then she basically ghosted. She just disappeared, and I couldn't see her for like a year. And I was getting screwed out of my meds, so I needed to see a new doctor. So I see a new psychiatrist my psychiatry appointments take like 10 minutes at this point. But they used to take a half hour with Misty, my old psychiatrist. She was fantastic. Part of why I liked her is I work in mental health, and she respected my she like respected me as a mental health professional as well. Like, I could go in and say, I'm having X, Y, and Z symptom, and she didn't go, oh, did you Google that? She went, okay, let's talk about this. Let's address this. So my old psychiatrist was fantastic. But my neurologist now, probably one of the best doctors I've ever had. He's very kind. He's very good. And when I go in there and go, hey, I went to a concert and I danced for an hour, he's just like, hell yeah, that's good. That's what we want to hear. Yes, because he had asked me how the baclofen is working, like he does. And I was like, oh, it's fantastic. And he's like, okay, I'll give you more refills. He only does my refills for every 3 months. He only does 3 refills on my meds because I do see him every 3 months. So he just double checks. He likes to check in to make sure the med is still working. And then he'll just refill it right there for me or put in new refills. But yeah, the baclofen is, he wants me to stop taking it like scheduled if I can avoid it, but I told him, I was like, it's the only way I can get through the day. Now I did use my heating pad today, but I also used my pain meds, like my Voltaren. But I didn't take the Voltaren because of my head. Well, I have a headache, but it's not a migraine, it's just a headache. But I took the Voltaren because my groin. I pulled my groin yesterday. So getting around has been challenging. Oh my god. I kind of want to try it on again at 25. Even though I know it's not going to be long enough. I'm really at the point of I might just crochet through the balls of yarn I have, and then however long it is however long it is. I will save some to do the hem, obviously, but crochet through because I have a couple balls prepped, or I have another ball prepped which has 3 balls of yarn in it, and I still have quite a bit of this one left. I can weigh it to tell you how much I left, but I have this much left in this ball, which had 3 balls in it too. So part of me wants to just kind of go until I run out of yarn. Because like I said, I have yarn specifically, so I'm actually about to hit the next ball of yarn. Because there's my knot. So there's a new ball of yarn right there. Is this the back or is it the front? It's the back. Good. This is the... I mean the back of the sweater, not the inside. But we are getting some of that black now that we were looking for. So I bought 4 balls of this yarn. We're gonna hope it's the same dye lot as the current balls of yarn. If it's not, that's okay because it's just the sleeves. So if the sleeves are slightly different, it'll be fine. When that yarn gets in, so I still have another 7 balls of yarn after this one. So I have 8 balls of yarn left. So I can keep going pretty far, but the sleeves I can't use the yarn I have now because I've already balled it up. So because I have to deconstruct it. So I have to deconstruct 4 balls of yarn, 2 balls for each arm is the plan. So the idea is I'm going to basically clear my desk, deconstruct, make 2, like I've got a plan. The other idea is just to not do that and just let the stripes be what they are and add some coolness to this, make it a little unique. But it is going for judging, so we'll see when the other yarn gets here. It did ship yesterday or today. It's shipped already. So the other yarn for this did ship. I think it shipped today or last night. Anyways, it is on the way, so I have time. I did update it. So we're on 25. So I guess we checked it at 15, we checked it at 20. We'll get around to the front and check it at 25. But I'm starting to think I'm gonna have to go to like 45. Almost 50. To get it as long as I want it. Because I kind of want it like tunic length. But the fact that I'm this far in 3 days worth of work, 4 days worth of work, is pretty impressive. When I take my progress picture today, I'm going to take it on me, like while I'm wearing it. I've technically done 26 rows of the back, or of the body, because there was the setup row to make the armholes. So if you remember that, I did a row to set it up. So maybe we can get to 27 before I take a break. But yeah, I do want to make this longer, so tomorrow we'll probably get into the next ball of yarn for sure. I've already gone through 2 balls of yarn today, so. This is working up very quickly, thank God. So we'll get to the front and under the arm, and then we'll check the length. Oh yeah, other things that don't need to be blocked. Hats, because hats will block naturally from being worn, because people's heads will sweat and it'll stretch it to your head so it'll stay. You should block socks, but that's for knitters. I don't knit, so. But they make special sock blockers. You should block clothing, garments that you make. Sometimes things that are like have a certain type of stitch work, like the fancy blankets I do and things like that. Those shawls should be blocked so you open them up. All sorts of stuff. It also straightens out edges and things like that, so. So, my partner's dad called him yesterday and said that he's going to be up here during the state fair, so we're going to all go. And I was like, I don't want to go if I don't win anything, and I'll know if I won something before we decide to go. I'll still probably go because it'll be nice to go see my stuff on display. But the blankets, everything's blocked except for this last minute project. Last year I also did a last minute shawl, so. this year. This year's going pretty good. We'll get over to here and then I'll try it on. I'm basically trying it on every 5 rows to see where I need to stop. I did that earlier. I thought about making a post to put on social media, or on Instagram mostly. But I did take pictures of something today, so. I'm gonna redo that. I want to get over to the side just so I have a better idea of like the length. Maybe it will be close to where it needs to be. Who knows? Probably not. Knowing my luck. Okay. Pop the stitch marker in. Here we go, trying it back on. Pulling the back down is always the problem here. I think because it is supposed to be like a crop sweater, if I stand up, I want to stand up for this. Yeah, it's not, I want it down a little bit further, so I'm probably gonna have to just kind of go until I run out of yarn. It fits. It's fitting around my belly, which is the important part, but it is not long enough for what I want. Oh, it needs to be like twice as long for what I want. So I'm probably gonna go to like row 50, honestly. Probably row 50 is where I'm going to. So my plan of just kind of crochet until I run out of yarn might be the idea. And it will get bigger when I do block it, but I just don't want to. I want it to fit me the way I want it before I block it. So 29 is not where we're stopping for sure. It would fit me at 29, but not in a way I want it to fit, so. It's supposed to stop at like the hips, and 29 would get to the sides, but I have a very big belly. All my weight is in my belly, and I don't like it showing through my clothes, so that's why I want it longer. So yeah, I have plenty of yarn. I can keep going. I can make it bigger. I have more yarn than I need to ball up, so I might do that here to give my hands a little bit of a break. Because, well, I wanted to get to 20 today, and I'm at 25. So we might just ball up yarn for the rest, for the last little bit here. Because the yarn for the sleeves is coming separately, so I can just ball up the last 4 balls. And I'm going to make them into one big ball. So I'm going to put a stitch marker in. We're going to ball up yarn. This is getting pretty big to sit on my desk, though. But I don't want to ball up this yarn. So I have these 4 that are left, so we're going to ball them up. We'll just start with this one, I guess. I gotta keep the label because I need the... So this number right here, the 2201, that's the die lot. And I need the die lot. So like all of these came from 2201. If the yarn gods are smiling upon me, the 4 balls of yarn that I ordered yesterday will have come from the same die lot. If there's somebody in the universe looking out for me, I would be getting the yarn will come from the same die lot, because the yarn colors can vary from die lot to die lot. So we're just gonna ball it up. It was easier to ball these up when I let them roll on the floor. So I have 27 minutes to do this. Come back and I'll probably just do this for the rest of the stream because my hands are hurting. So now I've got my ball of yarn started, I can start actually balling it. Now that we're in a ball shape, I can fly doing this. Why do I have a message? I feel like for Facebook, we're gonna just do these. I'm gonna actually end the Facebook stream. And then I'm gonna move this over.